out of that rice. Hey everybody, welcome back to the dish. Well, you know, we're so excited because they repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell. So I'm sorry to announce that next week's episode of The Dish will not be airing because Raquel's going to the Navy, Jason's going to the Marine, Mario's going to the Air Force, Naisha's going back to the Army, and I'm going back to the corner.
And your combat boots.
Hold up. We'll be back taping because they say although they have put Don't Ask, Don't Tell, you know, it's getting ready to be signed into law that they won't have to worry about all of that. Gays will be able to openly serve in the military. They say it's going to take a couple of months before the actual law goes into place.
Yeah, I saw them also saying those who had been affected by it, really, they can re-enlist.
Oh, really?
By the end of the year.
Oh.
Yeah, some of the things that they said that they...
In a year's time.
Okay.
Some of the things that they said they had to do, a couple of the things they had to set up non-communal showers and figure out who would get money, like in the event of the death of a soldier.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're trying to work those things out, the logistics of, non-communal showers, because now that you guys can be openly gay, y'all can't be in there showering together because you may really be dropping the soap on purpose.
Baby.
But even if...
But being someone that was in the Army, right?
Oh, but I didn't take showers when the men took showers. So I was female.
Oh, the female?
No, I didn't take showers. I don't like the fish.
Oh, but you say, when did you take shower? You took shower by yourself?
Early morning, late night.
Oh, by yourself?
Was that by your choice?
Well, I wasn't trying to have them. I was serving and I was in the military in order to go to school, to college, and they were paying for me to go to college. So I was there for, a mission. I really wasn't, like...
There to protect the country or nothing like that. You just trying to better yourself.
Well, no. I was there to protect the country. I wasn't there to have. But, so that wasn't really even...
So you didn't have?
No.
But you did enjoy the ice cream sandwiches and stuff from the truck when they came by.
I feel a story. Can I share with all of us?
Female on the floor.
No, I care not to tell.
Now you can. It's not Don't Ask, Don't Tell. We're asking.
It wasn't Don't Ask, Don't Tell when I was in it.
And that's really my thing. It's like, okay, so it's great that it's been
repealed.
Right. I was going to say, it's great that it's been repealed, but knowing you and knowing that you were in the Army and the things that you have told me about you being in the Army, it's like I'm sure there were other people like yourself, in the Army that
But I never told you I had a parade in the Army.
No, but you
I never told you.
You did tell me that you were...
I didn't have a big rifle in the Army. No, I never told you anything like that. I served just like everybody else.
I'm surprised your rifle was not
also, and I graduated with honors in the Army.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Gays have a tendency to over-excel.
All the reason you didn't have a pink rifle is because Barbie didn't invent one.
But I did, which is funny, because I did, when I did my AIT, they had the drill competitions.
And what is AIT?
Your advanced training.
Okay.
It's like you're going to college.
Okay.
Basics is when you go to, you start out.
Okay.
And AIT is when you learn whatever your skill and you're sent to your...
Okay.
Okay, like, so if you're... I was 71 Lima, which is clerk typist, so everybody there was, learning the typing and office procedure and documents and things of that nature.
What a gay class to take, typing.
Bitch? Oh.
I just, little sidebar, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Okay. But,
Lost her
But you like to try to call her wife.
but there were only 2 people in the whole the whole unit who were actually gay.
That you knew.
No.
That told.
No, not that told. No.
That's a DL.
No, baby. This antenna works.
What?
Yes, very well.
Oh.
Yeah, there were 2.
Beep, 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 beep.
But one of the things go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, because you're the one here with the military experience.
No, I was
from the inside. All of us have military experience from the outside.
I think that people thought that they wanted to serve. It was going to be something done differently than just the same procedures in protecting and serving the country. There was nothing different. They wouldn't want no gay parades or no
right
the clubs and all this
right.
stuff. What was?
But I think don't ask, the whole don't ask, don't tell thing, I think it was centered around sex. And they looked at us as being sexual beings. All we thought about is sex when it comes to being
So
gay.
are they saying sex is not taking place with officers and soldiers?
Well, they thought so.
I mean,
no, they had to think that sex was taking
Yeah,
place.
sex is going on with the heterosexuals.
Yeah, but they had to think that sex was going on with the homosexuals for them to come up with don't ask, don't tell.
But you bring up a good point, Sophia, that that they possibly thought that it was related to sex, which unfortunately most heterosexual people with limited experience of our culture reduce us to only sex. And sorry to let you guys know, we are about more than sex. Don't get me wrong, we do have sex, some of us, and we do enjoy it. But there are other things we do. Oh, you don't? I'm sorry, Mario doesn't.
But we are here because they enjoyed sex.
Great point, Naisha. Great point.
Some of them didn't enjoy it. We're here because some of them just had sex.
But
yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of them do reduce us to just sex. So that's a great point.
But you know what I want to happen? I want everybody to adopt to repeal don't ask, don't tell. I want them to adopt that in the NFL, in the NBA, in the Major Baseball League, in the Tennis Tournament Association, in the rap industry, in the R&B industry. I want everybody to adopt. You can come out and be whoever you are, no matter what you're doing. We
I
have
would love
all
that as
these
well.
gay
Personality.
football
I would love that as
players
well.
and all of that.
something should play, like when you're stating this, like some music. Something should go on in that. I mean, like, because this is an out-of-body moment.
I'm sorry. Our producer is telling us next topic, and I just have to interject here because I'm confused as to why we need to go to the next topic now.
Because we are time, we're on a limited time.
But he didn't put up the signs to let us know what time it was.
Because we have to do 2 topics within this 15-minute segment. You know, our segments are 15 minutes, so we're probably in the middle of that segment. So
But I don't think we finished, because I didn't hear from Raquel in regards to Donut. We didn't finish discussing the
Yeah, I didn't think it was over. You just gonna stop us?
Okay, well, we're just going to move on into the
Right.
other topic.
Our producer said next topic, so next topic. I'm sorry.
You can't get this kind of stuff on The View, baby. You just stop and start discussing stuff right here on camera.
This what makes Whoopi mad. Got me hot.
Right, and I'm feeling a little whoopee right now. I'm feeling a little whoopee right now.
Well, we should talk about role playing since we are on this producer.
Yes.
He has a role and we have a role.
Clearly.
Right now, we're stepping outside our role.
Okay, you're right.
So
I'm sorry.
So now, let's
Phil
talk
Getty.
about role playing when it comes to relationships. The role playing, tops and bottoms and sides. I even, have some side friends.
Right.
So what do y'all feel about role playing in our community?
Actually, for me, I think that some things just take a natural progression. I think in a...
Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't let us
What's wrong with you, Flag?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
In a relationship, see, the problem I think is the role you should play in the relationship is the better half of the person you're with. It shouldn't matter, masculine or feminine or whatever the case. You should just be the person that compliments the other person that you're with and vice versa.
And that kind of leads to what I was about to say. I think that it's just a natural progression, and I think naturally, as gay men, some of us are naturally more masculine or more feminine than others. So that being said, when you're in a relationship with someone, if you are the more feminine one, in a lot of ways, I think you're the producer.
Who's to say you have to have titles?
I think
You're just in a relationship. So
I
I don't agree with the title.
And I agree with you that you don't necessarily have to have titles, but I will say that in society and for things to function, to a certain level, some titles are necessary, and whether you give them or not, they are there. We are black, we are male, we are these things. So even in a relationship, in some cases it is, because people have said you don't act black, or you act too black, or you.
But they can look at you and tell you black. Okay, how you act?
Yeah, there ain't no role. What you mean?
That's the key.
In a gay relationship, you can look at us and tell that we're men. Some of us.
In a gay relationship, we are men.
You can look at some of us and tell that we're men. Some of us don't look like typical men.
I mean, I don't look like a man. I mean, I get the ma'am all the time. But I mean, I have to keep correcting them. No, I'm a man. But I mean, like, I don't know, Raquel, what do you do?
I want to hang with you and Stevie Wonder.
I was really trying to keep my composure.
No, but I think it's more, the problem comes in, I don't even think the problem is with the individuals. The problem is with the surrounding or how they think they're going to be perceived. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I think, for me, I can say that role playing started, when you're first introduced into the lifestyle. You have these notions of, well, somebody's going to have to be the masculine, somebody's going to have to be the feminine. But once you get older and you start figuring out what it is that you want from a relationship and how can you accommodate the person that you're in a relationship with, then I think all of the role playing is out the window. It's just like, I want to please this person, this person want to please me. Whereas at the beginning, when you're young, you don't think like that. So I think, and then some of the problems that we have is when people are in that stage where they figured out who they are and what they want, and they want to move away from this role playing, and they just want to start, satisfying their partner, the person that they're with, and they just want this person to satisfy them. Just like with back in the day, honey, we was trade, we want trade, the queen and the trade. That's all we know, the queen and the trade. And then when two drag queens got together and got married, two drag queens got together and got married. Of course, they were white in Texas.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Alicia and
No. Alicia who?
But even now, the with all that, like, now you see the lesbians dating the boys. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of...
There's a whole lot of stuff going on now. It's just like,
just a whole...
with all this freedom, and all these rights, all these gay rights, it's just a whole lot, because, seriously, we got lesbians having babies for gay guys.
Right.
And not only gay guys, but, drag queens. Drag queens are having babies with lesbians.
I guess for me, too, it's even more and broader, again, than sex, the sexual part, because I think kind of somewhat of what you were touching on was the roles, even as it comes to sex, is when you talk about pleasing each other. Mm-hmm. But I'm even talking about as simple as who's gonna cook. I've had guys say to me, because I don't really cook, well, how we gonna be together if you don't cook? Well, who's to say that I'm gonna cook anyway? Who's to say you can't cook? Is it because I'm
before we met?
Right.
How did you eat before we met? I wasn't cooking for you before you met.
Right.
You look healthy to me.
Right. Is it to say that because I'm the more feminine one that I'm expected to cook? Well, I expect you to get out there and change my oil and fix a flat and
But like Sophia said, it's the community. Mm-hmm. Even with what I do with the clubs, there are certain promoters that do not like or would not like certain people, or if you act a certain way or dress a certain way, they do not like you to come to their venue,
parties, right.
to their parties.
They
put it out there. And
no fats, no films.
No fats, no films, and they want you to look a certain way and all that type of stuff. But the gay community is made up of so many people, so how are you going to be, like, have a prejudice inside of a prejudice? I don't understand.
And bottom line, we're all gay men. So again,
Right.
much to your point, like that type of mentality to me is ludicrous, and I really don't understand.
Because the thing I don't understand is, if you say you're a top, why do you want all tops just at your party if you're a top? So there's nobody in there that you're going to be able to talk to.
Everybody can ride on top, and it's still going to be the same way.
Well, I know that.
Same thing.
Because we all want to sit down and talk.